So, you have decided to take the IELTS exam. Great choice, it is the test that opens doors around the world. Here we look at a bar chart. This is one of 5 writing task 1 types, which will come in the real exam. Look for the other types in my videos. Each of them will come up with the same 20% possibility. It means you should be familiar with all of them to get a high score. This is an example of writing task 1 question. The first thing you need to do is to read the question card. The chart below shows the expenditure of 2 countries on consumer goods in 2010. If you will get a graph or a chart with 1 year like this one, all you can do is just to compare. In this case, you can't use movement language words such as decrease, grow, fluctuated. Let's write the introduction by paraphrasing the topic sentence. The bar chart compares France with the UK in relation to consumer spending across a range of categories in 2010. As you can see, I changed the word chart into the exact type of chart, bar chart. And I used compares instead of shows. Next, for 2 countries, I added more details by giving the name of 2 countries shown. I also paraphrased the words expenditure and goods into spending and categories respectively. However, you don't need to change every single word. Now move on to the body paragraph. It is necessary to write an overview, which consists of general information and some key features of the chart. But it is no need to give a specific number, date, or percentage in this paragraph. Now, try to find general information and some key features on the chart. I'll give you a couple of seconds. So, for those of you who were able to do it, congratulations. And for those of you who just want to learn, feel free. Here, one general idea is the gap between spending levels of 2 countries. It was different among these categories. And another key feature is a similar trend for both nations. The expenditure on cars was the highest in each country. Let's put the ideas into words. Overall, households of the 2 countries followed different spending habits. In particular, it was most pronounced on camera expenses. Both nations, however, spent most of their money on cars. In this overview paragraph, the first sentence contradicts the second one. And I linked the contradicting ideas with the word however. Using such linking devices increases your band score. Using the same word again and again decreases the band score for your vocabulary. To avoid word repetition, I used the word households instead of nations. Because these consumer goods, cars, computers, books, perfume and cameras are household items. In the next paragraphs we should logically organize the data on the chart, and include some detailed information. Now, let's read the instruction on the question card. Summarize the information by selecting and reporting the main features, and make comparisons where relevant. So, it is better to group the data with similar features or trends. In this case, I group the data by country. First I describe the France expenditure, then, the UK's in last paragraph. In France, cars and computers were the most luxurious goods. Almost an equal amount of money, about £400,000, was spent on each of the categories by consumers in this country. On contrary, camera was the least costly product for them. They spent on this £150,000. Why I comment that cars and computers were the most luxurious goods in the year 2010. Because they cost more money than the others. When we compare the items by their cost values, we can accept that it is true for an average household. For rich households, the luxurious goods would be a yacht or a private plane. For poor people, the luxurious goods would be a phone. So, cars and computers were luxurious goods for average people. In the last paragraph, I described the British spending levels by comparing the French expenditure. As for the British spending levels, they were more spender than the French, at purchasing cars, books and cameras. The largest part of their budgets went on such goods, around £450,000, £400,000 and £350,000 sterling respectively. Whereas, the expenditures on the other items were lower in the UK, by nearly £25,000 for computers, and by approximately £60,000 for perfume. The paragraph begins with the phrase, as for. This topic phrase shows that the paragraph is about the British spending levels. I also started the overview paragraph with the word overall. Using these words makes paragraphing more clearer and understandable to an examiner. In the public version of Writing Task 1 Band Descriptors, it is written that candidates who uses paragraphing sufficiently and appropriately get 8 band for coherence and cohesion. This is one of 4 criteria on which the writing task will be evaluated. In this essay 156 words were used. So, I responded the task for required word length. And I've written the essay within 6 minutes, in which time the video has played. Now, you give me a band score for my writing.